Good morning, and good morning. Welcome to a very blowy, very nippy Blackpool. We're obviously just opposite North Pier. Say hi to North Pier. Just gonna have a wander up to Sainsbury's, so I'll walk through past the old Yates and that sort of thing. I'll show you around there in a minute. What I remember, not a lot at the moment, but I will show you. Tower twinkling, golden. I don't know if that's coming out quite as well, but it looks alright actually. It's not coming out great on screen, I don't think. Yeah, so we're just next to North Pier, and it just reminds me, I've said before, this is where you never used to be able to get by, you know, if the tide was in down there a bit. So you see how you can walk right along there. As kids, we used to jump down there and the other side as well. And I look now thinking, was we mad? Was we absolutely just, you know, it's beyond belief, isn't it? So yeah, we're only going to Sainsbury's, which you can see at the top of the road there, top of, Talbot Road. Now, we're opposite the Clifton pub. It is Foreshores. I did a video the other day and couldn't remember. It's Foreshores. Previously Ibis, previously the Clifton. Originally the Cliftons, just so you know, for those that don't know, they were a Lytham family, owned Lytham Hall, if you've ever been there, owned most of Blackpool until they sold it all off in parcels and what have you. I've said many a time before, but for those that don't know, that's basically how, once the trains came through to Blackpool, they said, the Cliftons said, no, we wanted it all leafy and what have you, like Lytham. It's not going to happen. It's started to rain now, as you can see in the puddles. I'm only going up to Sainsbury's. I've got to get some stuff in. The cupboards are shouting, help! Micah, help! No trams coming, so I'll cross over here. So yeah, so that's the story with the Clifton. There are pickies. I'm not going to, so I'm just going to upload this one in a bit. I will start putting some old pickies on. I've got loads of them. You know, you can see North Pier when it was like, just looks like a jetty more than a pier. That would be North Pier 1863. If I remember rightly, the 23rd of May, if I remember rightly, but don't hold me to it. 1863 anyway. I'm mixed up nowadays with all the dates and what have you. I'll just show you the blue plaque. Yeah, so grade 2 listed. Opposite, you've got the counting house, used to be the bank. That's why it's called the counting house. So, I'll show you what I remember just walking up this way. Market Street, obviously, going into town. That's where you catch a lot of the buses now. If you're in town and you try to get buses and what have you, that's where you catch a lot. And then the next street runs parallel as well. I'll show you in a second. So there's no proper bus station now in Blackpool, obviously. You've got Walkabout and that down there, down the Strand. Used to be Basil's on the Strand down there as well. Nightclub upstairs at the back of here, back of that building there, if you will. Trilogy nightclub. That used to be, oh my God. And you could go downstairs as well to the club. What was it called? Oh, you're doing well, biker. Yeah, and then if you're going the other way, you catch the buses here. Oh, it'll come to me in a minute. Well, as soon as I finish videoing, it'll come to me. Does it every time. And then Corporation Street, you see, if you're going Fleetwood Way or Cleveland's Way. If you're going that way. If you're going Lytham, St Anne's Way, the street we've just been on. So yeah, June. We've not been this close for a while, have we? But I'll show you just here. What was it called? It was the What's It Club downstairs. Oh, it's doing me head in. You know, I swear to God, as soon as I put this down, it'll come to me. I can see it. It's been signed across. Not exactly the same as Trilogy's. And there, them doors there used to go down to. Let me think on it while we're going along. Not Basil's. Anyway, I just want to walk up this street. Yeah, you got little Blackpool there. Just there. And this is the old Yates. It's obviously burnt down. I've said the story before. I was in Devon when it burnt down and watching the pictures just going spare because of the pet shop. A friend of mine, Sarah, worked in the pet shop as well. So literally you would have had him one in the 80s, mid-ish 80s. So roughly just about here, this would have been like an arcade, if you will, with like Pac-Man in it and Dig Dug and what have you. This is probably just about where it would have gone through. And it was called the Tivoli Arcade. At the end of the arcade, you had Smoker's Choice, on the other side. Smoker's Choice, was it? Something along those lines. Just about here. And then the pet shop would have been about here. And then all the pets you could see in the arcade, if you will, in the Tivoli Arcade that went through. And then at one time you had the Tivoli Cinema above. So this would have been roughly where the pet shop was here. These windows here. At one time. Crying shame, honestly. Crying shame. Filming this at about 9 o'clock, by the way, on a Saturday. When it goes out, who knows? It will probably be on later today on Follow That Biker, I think. We'll see. We'll see. So just going by Old Garth's now. Pop in there now and again. In Old Garth's. Paolo's. Mandarin. There is restaurants and everything here. Let you have a look. This is where everyone starts staring at you. You see it rain now. It's not bad at all. It's not quite as cold as it's been. It's nippy, don't get me wrong, but that wind isn't as biting. See how it's got the for sale signs up at the old post office? Somebody did ask me about the market. One of the comments yesterday, actually, I can't remember which video it was on, because two went out yesterday, one on Old Blackpool Biker and one on Follow That Biker. So I can't really remember which one it was. But the market, it's been all done up. I'll show you a second. Which obviously, I've shown you the back of the market before, a few videos ago. Where it says above it, in a second I'll show you the old police station. Was Abingdon Street Market. You can see the architecture above them. The market now. Don't want to walk too far this way. You can see the Winter Gardens obviously in front of us. I've done on the Winter Gardens before. 1878, the Winter Gardens. Don't ask me what month and day. Here we go. But yeah, 1878. I've shown the Winter Gardens many a time. See where it says police station? And the old lamp. Oh, that's coming out for you. But yeah, it's all being done up. It's Abingdon Street Market. Should be. Let's have a look. Coming soon. So you can see how it's going to be looking. The artistic impression. This is quiet. I know it's only about 9 o'clock on a Saturday, but it just feels like it's it's weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the post office is looking sad for itself now, isn't it? Very famous for the old red phone boxes outside. You see how the windows open there? That coming out. Yeah, very famous for these red phone boxes. I think it's about 9 o'clock. It's not far off. Might be just after now, actually. I think at one time they were selling these off, weren't they, the phone boxes? And they have them like in rural areas now, don't they, in people's gardens, if you will. and what have you, using them for. But there was somebody using one as a shower, and I think Stephen now has one in his pub, the Galleon. It's something like that. Anyway, I'm sure Stephen's got one in the Galleon. Something similar anyway. And it's that sort of thing, you know what I mean? We're being bought up. In fact, is it not the TARDIS that Stephen's got in the Galleon? Let me know if you're bobbing the Galleon, if you're local. I've not been in for a while. It's only down here. I might show you in a second, actually, Galleon. You remember where the old Galleon used to be? Down the Arms Hill, before they built the Arms Hill. I think it was Tuesday and Thursdays at the old Galleon. If you went downstairs, you got pie and peas. I think it was Tuesday and Thursdays. It was cracking at the old Galleon. But I'll show you in a tick where the new Galleon is. So we're very confusing now, because what is now the station? It's just opened the other week, the station. But the station used to be the railway. And what's Markelly's? This is where it gets confusing. And I've always gotten the wrong way round anyway. And where Markelly's is just there, on the corner, you'll know where Markelly's is. That used to be the station. Now they've swapped them round. I'll just pop over here and show you where the Galleon is nowadays. Stephen's got it now. He's had it for many a year. I'll have to pop in one day, actually. I've known Stephen for years. Yeah, it's all right in the station, by the way. Not bad for a pint now and again. Yeah, apparently cracking restaurant. So I've been told, never been in. Masala. And this is the Galleon, just here, look. This is the Galleon. The new Galleon. £2.99 a pint till 9 o'clock. So yeah, you've got the tattoo over at Road Fusion. We'll walk up, so I've got to get to Sainsbury's, because I think it's going to throw it down, you know, in a little while. So yeah, the station now, that used to be the railway. I tell you. How confused a Blackpool vlogger that remembers things how it used to be, if you know what I mean. So anyway, let's go up this way. The Victoria, known as the Whittle. I'll confuse you. Always been known as the Whittle. It says the Whittle Springs above it now, actually. But always been known as the Whittle, as the Victoria. I'll confuse you in one easy lesson, don't you worry. I don't know what's happened. A few boarded up Talbot Road. Shame, innit? Just show you the other side of the road because it's easier. Just walking by Home Bargains now on this side. Home Bargains, but it's so quiet. Really, really quiet. Yeah, you've got the club over. Where's the club gone? I thought it was over there somewhere. I've not been in there for donkey's years. Oh yeah, there you go. That's the club there. Because it's opposite Garland's and all that. Erin Food's just here to my left that you can't see. And William Hill's just there, obviously. And then the club underground there. Garland's here. The Garland's, I'm not sure what time they open. Probably about 11 or 12, I think, Garland's. And then, of course, we have Markelly's. I've got to cross the road. Bear me a minute. Just show you what's happening with the Holiday Inn. I did do a video on it the other day, actually, the Holiday Inn. So, that's how the Holiday Inn and the tram lines are all done now. Should be opening the trams up for there soon. Get that in. That'll probably be the thumbnail, that. So yeah, obviously now we're coming up to Dixon Road going that way. That's going home. Topping Street going that way, going to my second home, Townsman. I will settle something on that as well, because I was asked, it must have been during the night, somebody asked, Biker Townsman being sold and whatever. Yeah, it is, but it's not going to who you think. I will let you know. I know exactly where it's going. Kez had a word with me the other week, but I've not said anything because I'd sort of think, you know what I mean. Sapphires, we used to go in Sapphires Club. Used to be £1 a drink in there. Just before COVID, believe it or not. What, 2000, when was that? You get all mixed up, don't you? So yeah, I will let you know about the Townsman. But it's going to good hands. And it's not going far. That's all I'm saying. So right, we've got Sainsbury's right in front of us. This is getting really long. I can't believe how long this has been. So yeah, we'll leave it here then. Oh, you've been all right with that little walk through town. But most of all, stay safe. You know what it is. Have a cracking day.